Hi everyone, welcome to my vegan channel. Today we're going to be making Bacalhau Com Natas, which is a Portuguese dish, and it basically means salted fish with cream. I used to love this dish when my mother made it, but we're doing it vegetarian. So let's get right into it. Okay guys, so the ingredients we have are salt, bay leaf, nutmeg, peppers, onions, garlic, lemon juice, potatoes, butter, cheese, oyster mushrooms, olive oil, oat milk. We use oat milk because it has no taste. Also whipping cream, and these are all dairy free. And one thing I forgot to add in there are seaweed, which is where we get our fish flavor in replacement for the bacalhau. Alright guys, so I forgot to mention this earlier, but this is sushi, basically sushi wrap, and it gives it that fish taste that we won't necessarily get from the oyster mushrooms. So all I'm going to do is boil that and crush it in there. Just crush it, crumble it, make sure it doesn't get in the fire because it will burn. And boil that, and then I will take the water and use that for fish. Alright, so now I'm just peeling the potatoes and we're going to chop them up in small cubes. For some reason I lost the clip of me doing that, but yeah, we're going to chop that up in small cubes and we're going to go ahead and fry them. So that I'm going to drop everything in there. Nice and crispy potatoes. Oh, that's a little rough. You can kind of rip them apart too. It doesn't always have to be shredded. So we're now making our cream part of the Bacalhau Com Natas. So basically right here we're just thickening our sauce. We're making sort of like a roux. So little by little, I don't have a whisk unfortunately, but now I'm just using a fork. And I'm going to add a little more butter because we need a little more roux. And you want to work fast with this because the sauce will thicken on you really quickly. So I'm going to add a little bit more butter to that. Stir that in with the roux. Adding cornstarch as we go. Okay. And once you have a thick, sort of like paste consistency, you can go ahead and add your oat milk that I have here ready for us. And this is about 2 cups, but we're going to start off slow. So we're whisking and we're adding our oat milk. And this oat milk is plain, by the way. Do not get the vanilla. Plain oat milk. Okay. Slowly adding our oat milk. Now we want this sauce to be very thick. So this is why we use whipping cream, and in this case I'm using dairy-free Silk whipping cream. Kind of eyeball it, but I would say about a half a cup. Yeah, maybe a whole cup. And we're kind of adding milk as we go, so we can thicken the sauce. So at this point, we need to be, your stove can be on like 6, and right now we're just going to season. So the main ingredients for seasoning is ground nutmeg, pepper, and salt, which is over here. So we'll start off with our salt. You want a good amount. Go in with our pepper. Bacalhau Com Natas is usually made with white pepper, but this will work for now. Some pepper in there. And our favorite ingredient, which is...
Is it supposed to boil like that?
Yes, it is supposed to boil like that. It's supposed to thicken. So, nutmeg. You want to put a good amount of that as well. You can buy actual nutmeg and grind it yourself, but I prefer this way. It's a lot faster. Okay. And our sauce is thickening, which is good. We want that thick consistency. And if you need to lower your heat, that's fine, because the higher the heat, the more thick your sauce will be. So let's whisk that, let it sit for about 2 minutes before tasting it. And all we're doing now is just tasting and adding as we go. Now here's where let me add a little bit, the rest of that oat milk once it starts thickening. So we have lemon juice here to cancel out the sweetness from the oat milk and the whipping cream. So I would put, I gotta eyeball it, so I eyeball a lot of my ingredients. So I'll probably put like 2 teaspoons if I was measuring. Alright guys, so we're gonna put half of the cheese actually into our sauce. And if you're worried about salt, don't worry, because cheese has salt, so don't overdo it with that, as well as our potatoes over here that are nicely waiting for the whole meal to prepare. And yeah, we're just mixing. It's really, really nice, guys. Reminds me of my mother's. Will be for the topping. Okay. So now we're just putting away the con natas. so we can prepare for the rest of the meal.
It's purple.
Yeah, I have red and white onions in here. So I did buy red. I didn't think to buy red. Yes. So at this point, we're just sauteing our onions, preparing for our quote-unquote fish, aka oyster mushrooms, and I'm sauteing with salt, also pepper, bay leaves, and just a teensy bit of nutmeg.
Doesn't even look like mushrooms. Looks like chicken. Yeah.
Leave half of it. Sorry. Okay, stop. Now the rest of it goes on. Put this here too. See how that works. Nice sizzling. Thank you all so much for tuning in and watching this video. Stay tuned for more healthy vegan and vegetarian options. Like, subscribe, and I'll see you all in my next one. Bye.
This is a wild creature in the habitat, eh? A wild Tiona in a natural habitat. Watch as she roams her kitchen. A wild creature in a natural habitat. The female. Watch as she stirs her thing. She is known to be very deadly. Watch as he devours her meal. Crikey. Crikey.
That's really good. Okay. So another round of seasoning.
Looks very thick.
Did you see that?
I did. I'm filming it.
You filmed it?
Yeah, I mean, we could always cut that out. You just gotta give a really aggressive face. Like, just a very, like, so. Totally McGurgly. Hi, I'm Dan Stevens. So this is a Portuguese dish. Mm-hmm. Okay.
But it's vegetarian. Okay, that's cool. And when the oven's ready, I'm going to have you film me put it in the oven.